Thank you for joining me today. Some of you are here for the first time. I'm Aisha-Sky. I'm a relationship counselor, personal development coach, and spiritual teacher. I'm a conscious channel for the angelic realm and for the Divine Feminine Collective. You can find my bio at my websites, elevatingwomen.org and at gatescounseling.com. Here is my talk about what it means to be awakening and what to do once you realize that you need answers. The planet Earth is to be enjoyed. Human interaction and human connection are to be enjoyed. Interactions with the other life forms on this planet, same thing, all for us to enjoy and to learn from. We, spirits who incarnate, also came to the physical plane to have experiences that would help us. Here, we came to have lessons. We came for the opportunity these experiences presented for us to grow, to expand our souls. Remember? We are not these physical bodies. These wonderful bodies support our mission on earth, but that does not mean that we are the body. We are grateful for experiences that teach us about compassion or about generosity or self-love or whatever each of us chose to work on during this lifetime. You are hearing this and thinking, I don't remember choosing or making a plan. It's okay. Not remembering who you are as spirit is the built-in nature of being incarnate. You wanted to be able to purely work on one lifetime's mission without the memory of the other side or the memories of thousands of previous lifetimes confusing you. It's okay. But right now, the earth is in transformation, and so are you. It's time to awaken and remember who you really are. Say to yourself, oh, yeah, this has been a kind of dream state or simulation or workshop for me. I do not have to keep living in the same low vibration patterning. I can truly have what I want and live with others in grace and harmony. Okay, I know. Who talks like that? Well, maybe you do, now that you are feeling very, very different. There is such a thing as a spiritual path or personal development as a spirit who happens to be having a physical experience. I have been a spiritual seeker for 20 years. Deliberate, more formal commitment to my spiritual path has been for at least 10 years. Think Buddhism. 5 years ago, I took refuge as a Buddhist. Separate from Buddhism, 3 years ago, I began classes and dedicated daily practice as a conscious channel. I continue formal studies as a channel. My daily meditations are varied but consistent. I channel for myself at least twice a day. Channeling for others happens through the week. It is my choice to give so much of my time to my own spiritual development. Whether I am at a Buddhist lecture and meditating later, or diving deeply into tantric yoga philosophy, or keeping up my daily practices as a channel. It all counts as my spirituality. All of it furthers my spiritual path. I have gained incredible understandings about who I am in the universe's scheme. I've learned so much about how the universe really works. I understand better how absolutely everything is connected. I will never stop learning. My understandings do not constitute a belief system, but rather knowledge and awareness come to me by direct experience. It can be the same for you. Direct knowledge, direct awareness, as much as you want to take in. You might say that the universe is a great teacher. Everyone's spiritual path is unique, though. Yours will be different from mine. We all know that not everyone is pursuing their spiritual path. Not everyone is turned into a light worker, but a growing number of humans around the planet are awakening. A person may literally wake up one morning and feel very different. They are no longer interested in silly, mindless entertainment. They listen to the chatter of their coworkers and realize that they cannot participate in such low vibration conversations any longer. Those who just woke up to who they really are, spirits visiting this planet for a time, probably no longer match their friends' vibrations. You and they are vibrating at two different frequencies. None of this is a good versus bad thing, but rather a consequence of energy, the stuff that the universe is made of, a consequence of energy changing, shifting, renewing itself. You are made of energy. You are changing, awakening. It's time. Now, there is no judgment about that fact. What if awakening has already happened for you? You look at yourself in the mirror and feel a strong need to know what happened. Who am I now? I would say sit quietly by yourself. I advise you to just be still for a little while each day. Give yourself quiet time. And there's more. Here are my four basic to-dos for awakening women. Number one, ask for help to appear in your life. Two, review the people who populate your world. Number three, give yourself a daily practice of meditation. And four, spend time with others who are in the awakening experience. So, number one was ask. First, you need to know that the universe expects you to ask for what you need. Really, all requests are answered. So expect a reply. Don't get crazy about having a system for manifesting your desires. Ask for help to appear. Practice patient expectance. Your answer may come in a very different form than what you had in mind, so stay alert. Number two is taking a good hard look at the people you already know. One or two of them is clearly having a smoother, gentler life, despite the world's seeming madness. Who among them, a friend, a relative, a coworker, seems to have a deep peace about them? You can feel it. Who seems to be non-judgmental and deliberately not entangled with low vibration human concerns right now? Who do you know whose conversations are consistently uplifting rather than plunged in the darkness of gossip or tearing down other women instead of being supportive? Who isn't living on a regular diet of evening news and repeating to others the doom and gloom of those broadcasts? Who seems to be spreading love now that you think about it instead of fear mongering? Who looks you in the eye and seems to be really listening to you? Who gives off a vibe when you talk to them that feels like they are supportive of your well-being and highest good? Sure, maybe you just stumbled upon a kind, compassionate person. Great. But you may be experiencing the answer to your requests for help. Often, the most unassuming person is a light worker and a way shower. She is awakened to who she really is. She lives a human life from the higher consciousness that her diligent spiritual practices have achieved, and now serves as a model of what's possible. It feels amazing just to be near her radiant, high vibration energy. If you slow yourself down and just observe, you will begin to get a clue about what is truth and what is reality. Being around such a person, your own senses will come online. You'll find it easier to be discerning about what is loving and true versus what in our world is unloving and not true. Accept her as a model of what following a spiritual path can mean for your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, and for your relationships with other people. Light workers and way showers have committed themselves to following their soul's purpose every day, most especially when things are not so easy in their lives. Don't be surprised if over time you find yourself conducting your life in ways that benefit both yourself and all of humanity. Contributing as a way of life feels amazing. Just as a sidebar remark, let me point out that when you take a close look at the people in your immediate world, you may discover that your vibration no longer matches that of friends or particular relatives. Don't be surprised, but make no judgment about this. So, what do we know so far? That awakened means that you cannot live the same old way that you have been. You are already questioning your old belief system and your old assumptions about how a human life is meant to work. Because you are itching for answers about yourself and what transformation means for you, you have finally decided to take learning to meditate seriously. That's number 3 on my list. Give it a go. There are many different forms of meditation, so one or more will be right for you. Believe me, stillness in some form is the best medicine. You will find yourself becoming more sensitive to energy all around you. Your nervous system will thank you for a healthier condition, and so will your body as a whole. Your ability to hear your answers for yourself will develop over time. By that, I mean that you will be delighted to realize that your creativity has heightened, that you get inspiration from seeming nowhere and everywhere, and that your own thinking patterns are cleaner, more effective, and more insightful. Meditation is the way to hear what the universe is saying and to better know who you really are. Perhaps you will achieve balance for the very first time in your life. Meditation is not mysterious or difficult, it's natural. Awakening is real for me. It has meant that I know by experience that I am part of everything. Self-realization, ascension, awakening. Those terms have high meaning in my life. They refer to mastery of the self, which can only happen in self-love, a glorious, unconditional love for who you are. I have been on a journey through abuse and victimhood, self-doubt, feeling unworthy, and not deserving happiness, and giving away my power to other people. My job, and I mean commitment to self, was to accept where I was, accept all parts of me, let the dark stuff have its voice, and genuinely feel compassion for myself. Over and over, I released lots of my old stuff or ancestral baggage. I stepped into true self-love and acceptance, into wholeness and peace. We do not have to struggle. I expanded. I expanded in self-awareness, consciousness, and perspective. My consciousness is expanding. There are no limits. I happily receive higher guidance and wisdom. I live a whole and joyful life. That's what I want for you. That's what you can have. Now, last, keep your eye out for others who are awakening, just like you, and people who have been awake for a long time and now show their commitment to service to others. Both sets of people will give you assurance and encourage you to pursue your own spiritual path. So, here you are, the newly awakened spirit occupying a physical body. Who would have thought of such a thing? Well, you didn't until now. And wow, do you need answers? Your vibration is different. What you will attract in your life will be different. So now what? But good for you. You really took this little bit of information today to heart. And there you are. So listen to this. You are quieting down in daily stillness, and your nerves feel so much better. Throughout your day, you feel inspired to take action that is perfect for you. You meet strangers who seem to have just the right information for you at just the right time. You look back at your day and review all the delightful, special, brief moments that you had with people. You sleep better. You're open to other people's ideas and to understanding their needs. You've lost the compulsion to judge others or to blame anyone for anything. You are becoming good at collaborating with others. And you are hearing your answers all the time for how to live in peace and in love with yourself and with others. So now it is you. You are sending out those loving vibes that genuinely change the world. Always, I send you love and light. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I love hearing from you, so send your thoughts to contact@elevatingwomen.org. Program ideas are always welcome. Find more information that you can use and more ways to stay in touch at elevatingwomen.org. And please give a review on your platform of choice. It helps other listeners to find the Elevate Women podcast.